Hello, people and brothers in Christ. So, today I'm going to be going over horror movie characters I think I could survive and those I couldn't. This has been something I've seen growing on YouTube a little bit, especially by degenerosity and stuff like that. So, let's get into it. First off, Jason Voorhees. So, the thing about Jason is he is kind of immortal. He can just tank damage like nobody's business. Brought back to life. So this is going to be a little tricky to survive him. An approach I was thinking is decapitation. If you can separate his head from his body, you're pretty much set. Because even if it can come back, there's going to be a lot of issues with what he could do. So, picture this. In the forest at night, we're at that camp place or wherever he is. I'm in the water, okay? I'm on the swim team in real life. So, I'll just be chilling in the water where he's not going to want to go. I'll just be chilling there, waiting for him. He's wandering around the shore trying to find me. He can't ambush me and come up from behind me classic horror movie style because I'm in the water. So, as I wait with my machete ready, and don't worry, some of the machetes I own, YouTube, don't get mad, are waterproofed. I got them titanium coated, all of that. So, I'll just be waiting. And as he's by the shore, I'm going to slowly creep closer and closer, just little bit by bit. And now, thinking in the fact that I don't have any teammates in this situation, I don't have any external things I can just fabricate, I'm going to put like a list of my strengths and weaknesses on the screen later. I'm only going to have the machete and maybe like, I don't know, like a staff that I own, like a curtain rod or something, just something I can get that I already own in real life. I'll be able to like prod at him a little bit and like then duck back into the water, and I'll get him annoyed enough to the fact that he's gonna get close. And once he's close, I can start taking little slashes, and I'll take it into account he also has a machete. Mine's obviously better, but he has a machete, so it's gonna be pretty difficult to actually attack him. I'm just gonna annoy him enough to the point where he gets dangerously close, and then I'm gonna start hacking away at his feet and his legs. And eventually they'll break down. I'm going to be tired and soaking wet. But he's going to be getting cut up. Maybe he's not like taking the damage, like pain-wise. But his bone is going to start getting chipped. And that's where it comes in. By the time it is morning, I will be exhausted. And he will just have two little stubs as legs, okay? That's where the main part of the plan comes in. I whip out a hatchet or an axe or something. I pin his hand down that he's using for the machete. At least I'll try to pin it down. Obviously, he's inhumanly strong. And even if I am strong, especially to the standards of someone my age, I'm still going to be able to pin down Jason Voorhees, okay? So, I'm just going to stab his hand that has the machete. And hopefully, that distracts him long enough that I can come in with a glory shot and either split his head down the middle with the hatchet, or sever his neck enough that it's loose, and then I can pop it off with whatever strike I can get out of. Now, if he's somehow alive, if his body's wiggling around, or his head took the slash like it was nothing, my other option is just swim away and wait. And I will just tread the water, hopefully long enough that the damage actually is enough that maybe he has loss of blood or something and he just can't move. For the most part, I'm going to give myself a 9 out of 10 on the survival rating against Jason Voorhees. Okay, Michael Myers. He's a different story than Jason, but it has a few similarities. First of all, their main weapon is a bladed weapon. Jason having a machete, and Michael having a kitchen knife. And they're both semi-immortal and indestructible, Jason being a little bit more immortal. But they take damage. They also have super strength. Now, something that I did with Jason is I took advantage of his fear, not his weakness. I'm not cowardly enough to manipulate a weakness, but his fear of water. Michael doesn't have any fears that we can see. So he's basically just a tankier version of Jason because he can go in water and he'll be fine, but he cannot be revived like Jason. So there's a difference between these guys, which is going to be a key factor in defeating them. So, obviously, I've explained how I'm going to take out Jason, but with Michael, it's going to be a little bit more formulated. Now, a rule I have for this video is that I cannot fabricate people or things to help me. I have to use what I have in real life to aid me. Meaning, previously for Jason, I chose my hatchet and my machete and stuff and my ability to swim. So now, or swim well. So now, I'm going to use Hudson. Hudson is my friend in real life. And how I'm going to use him is that if he has a vehicle or a bike or something, he's well skilled in anything vehicle. He'll be able to distract Jason long enough, ram him with a car, or just get away with him on a bike. Michael's looking away. Michael's looking away. And with this, I'll be able to surprise attack him. It's a little cowardly, but take into account this is a grown man. And I am just a child, technically. So, if it's 2 children versus 1 grown man, I think that's pretty fair. Especially if it's an immortal horror movie character, okay? So, people in the comments don't get all aggro. I'm ambushing him because I have to defeat him. So, with this, I'm just going to find the sharpest object I can get a hold of, or maybe a firearm even, legally, under adult supervision YouTube, and just blow his brains out from behind. If I can get a spear or just a sharpened stick, which I can get in real life easily, I'm just going to thrust that into the back of his head. As deep as I can get it, too. Don't take that weirdly, in a creepy way. I will just ram that thing into the back of his head. If I have to, I will shove it in and then get a sledgehammer and just beat it deeper. Because I'm thinking of him as like a zombie, almost. Like, destroy the brain, he's going to have a trouble, especially because he's a sentient being, meaning, he needs his brain to live, at least I think. He's definitely taken a lot of shots to the head. I think he's taken 9 in the whole series. I don't watch horror, I'm not allowed, I don't even want to, but from the videos I've seen, I know that he can take a bullet. So, that's why I'm thinking melee. If I can just lodge that into his head, maybe he'll be able to, walk backwards into it and then stab me from behind, or just turn around and it will get yanked out of my hand because he's way stronger and then he'll stab me. Which is why I have my second attribute, which I think will work, and that is running. He can only walk. I think he may be able to teleport like Jason. Like, they could teleport to a certain degree, I'm pretty sure. But I am definitely faster at a running speed. So as long as I'm not in a creepy, foggy area, I can outrun him. Be it the woods, the beach, wherever. I can outrun this guy. I've never lost a race in my life. In my 15 years on Earth, I have not lost a race. 2 people way older than me. Spear in the back of his head now. So, that's going to be an issue. He can pull it out, now he's going to be bleeding. And I can just do it again if I had to. I'll just get a longer spear, shove it into the front of his face, maybe his eyeball, and just hammer it in. If you have enough spears in your head, you will eventually pass away. And all this time, Hudson's circling around in a vehicle, getting ready to ram him again, if needed. And maybe he's on a bike, he can still throw stuff to distract him. Throw rocks, throw knives, whatever you gotta do. So I'm giving myself an 8.5 out of 10 on Michael Myers.